Thank you for watching Highway 34 Connection. Today's podcast will begin shortly.
Your co-hosts are Chief, streaming from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, along with Insidious Chief.
Thank you for watching Highway 34 Connection. Today's podcast will begin shortly.
Your co-hosts are Chief, streaming from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, along with Insidious, streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Ghost from Ghost MAF, streaming on Twitch. Welcome to Highway 34 Connection, the pod. The following podcasts are for mature audiences only, unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited as always. Pro Wrestling Talk, where we will sit down and we will discuss the world of professional wrestling. Conspiracy theories. Have a conspiracy you want us to talk about? Email us at highway34@gmail.com. Highway 34's History Lesson of the Week for World History. Talking Football, where we'll discuss the National Football League, the XFL, and the USFL. And the Honest 50, where the Chief will sit down with a guest and ask 50 questions, 25 from the Chief, 25 from their community. The Battle of Highway 34, the Trivia Show. Watch and listen as Ghost battles Insidious, or they battle the Chief. It is now time for your main event. Let's freaking go.
Are you good there? Welcome in, Scribble. Welcome in. You're muted.
Can you hear and see me?
Yeah, you were muted. I seen your lips moving. That's what gave it away. Well, this is entertaining. Chief is having technical errors. If Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, his name would be Chief.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're fuzzy.
Can you hear me?
Are you running on a 98?
I don't know what's going on. My phone's been stupid. It doesn't like me. Huh?
What?
Give me a minute. I'm switching phones. Hey, Scribble. Fuck off, Scribble, if you can hear me.
Oh, she can hear you. I just don't know if you can hear me. Easy, Fuzzy Mabel, easy. And ladies and gentlemen, Chief has left the building. Okay.
Hopefully it's not tea this time.
Hey, you're not Fuzzy Mabel no more.
Oh, it was water. So what you're saying is you wanted to give Vitality a bath. All right. I had to go back to my old phone because it has Microsoft Edge internet browser. My other phone doesn't.
Could you hear me at all?
You kept calling me Fuzzy Mabel.
No.
No, what'd you say?
Hey, why she's laughing?
Okay, what'd you say?
I said if Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, his name would be Chief.
Fuck off. All right, so
He was all blurred out.
2023 has been a year of releases. Some of them shocking, some of them not so shocking. Um, it's been a shocking year from WWE releases, returns, the passing of legendary stars. It's been such a year. So I'm going to go through this list of 20 superstars that have been released in 2023 altogether.
Yes,
And you can give
and hey, old fella Itachi.
your thoughts, chat can give their thoughts, and then I'll give my thoughts on these releases. The first release that I'm going to talk about was the release of Dolph Ziggler. I am shocked because he's been there forever.
Shocked, but he hasn't really been doing anything to catch anybody's eye.
That's because they were waiting for Robert Roode to get healed so they can return as a tag team still.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on, I can't hear you over this AC.
Can't hear anybody half the time, anyways. We give you all a headache.
Shut up. So Dolph, one that really confused me, who just got released a couple days ago. He was supposed to fight for the NXT North American title against Dominic Mysterio at No Mercy. Was Mustafa Ali. Why they would let someone go that's currently scheduled to fight for a title is ridiculous to me. A lot of these guys are going to end up going to AEW or Impact. Mustafa Ali got his debut in WWE in 2016. Another one, if they would have kept him with Shinsuke Nakamura, I think he'd still be in WWE, and that was Rick Boogs. Otherwise, his career wasn't going nowhere. Aaliyah, who holds the fastest win match against a woman like Natalya in WWE history. Another one that I think was shocking was the release of Elias.
Again, hasn't done nothing lately. You know, back when AEW started, you remember me, you, and Ghost having a particular argument about having a roster too big and eventually not being able to fit them all on the shows. That is where WWE got.
Well, this is all releases from the merger with UFC.
But UFC looks at it. Why do we have all this talent? And we're paying them, and they're not doing nothing.
Right.
Look at it.
Question: Can you hear? Question: Can you hear? Question: Can you hear my wife's TV?
Oh yeah. This can't
So
make
you know what? So can you tell what show she's watching?
No.
All right, give her a minute. I'm gonna go shut her door, our bedroom door. I was wondering if you could hear this current season of American Race or not.
Well, no one knew what it was until you just said it, because I could only hear like what it sounded like randomness.
Another one. I'm not so shocked about this one, and that was Riddick Moss.
I mean, like I said, I understand where UFC's coming from when you have a roster big as WWE, and you look at
if you're not using them, why pay them?
Exactly. So you're paying 20 to 30 people to do absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? You don't think UFC ain't been doing its homework, watching their own tapes of these people?
Right, I guarantee they have.
And they're like, this guy ain't that good. Why are we holding on to him?
Top Dollar, part of Hit Row, got released.
The one that I didn't really get upset about nor shocked about was Riddle. They've had a
With
lot of
who?
problems. Matt Riddle.
Yeah. Shelton Benjamin got released.
I did not see that coming, to be honest, because Shelton has been on and off for a long time, but I could see him back over in TNA very easily.
Speaking of TNA, Riddick Moss's fiance Emma was also released.
Knew that.
I'm still shocked about Dolph Ziggler. Dabakota, another one that I'm kind of shocked about, but I'm not upset about because I think she'll do better outside of WWE, and that was Dana Brooke. Mansoor got released.
I don't know who the hell that is. See.
Along with Mace, part of the...
Another one. See, most of these are all NXT. So the only one that's going to be
Mace
upset,
and Mansoor were part of the Maximum Male models.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
NXT.
Quincy Elliott, he got released, and he just debuted last year. But from what I've been reading, there was a lot of heat on him anyway. Shanky's gone. Alyssa Leon's gone. I have no clue who this is. Kevin Ventura Cortez. Another one that I'm shocked, Ika Manjiro from NXT. The man in many jackets. Brooklyn Barrow, who
Hi, Pixie.
I guess has been on NXT. Bryson Matana, NXT.
See, most of them are all NXT.
Most of them, yes.
But I don't know why Dolph was even down in NXT to begin with.
He went down there, won the NXT title a year ago or whatever, then he hasn't been seen since.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
If it's the curse of NXT, I hope something doesn't happen to Becky.
see, that's what also got me is why Becky even went over there. Like, these are all top stars or were, and they're shipping them all down to a lower grade. Unless they're really trying to boost the records of NXT on TV views, but I don't know. I mean, I really can't say that, but the only person that's got to be upset about this is Sean.
Whoa. I'm seeing a report. This better not fucking happen. WWE Friday Night SmackDown will be switching from Fox, its current network, to the USA Network at the end of WWE's current broadcast deal with the Fox network. It is currently being discussed moving SmackDown to the USA Network for a while. However, there are also talks of moving Monday Night Raw to another time slot, which also could get Monday Night Raw off of Monday nights. This way, Monday Night Raw is not going head to head with Monday Night Football moving forward.
Yep. And they're also in talks of moving it to CBS or NBC. I read that today.
WWE Raw has been a Monday night saga since its show's debuted over 30 years ago on January 11th, 1993.
But back then it was Monday Night War.
In addition to Monday Night Raw leaving the USA Network and Fox losing the rights to host SmackDown, it is currently being rumored that Disney and Amazon have held talks with WWE for the media rights for Raw and NXT to have their shows on the Disney Channel or an Amazon exclusive channel.
Okay, first off, I disagree with the whole Disney thing. Amazon, I can see, Hulu, but Disney, come the fuck on. Knowing the fact The Rock just had a big falling out with Disney, and you're going to put The Rock, who just came back, on the same level as Disney, yeah, I don't see that happening. Putting that out there.
The megastar LA Knight was pulled from Friday Night SmackDown last night after testing positive to COVID-19.
Who gives a shit about COVID? We didn't give a shit for the whole year. We had a whole year of normalness almost. Now it's time to take it back. Take it backwards.
WWE Performance Center Melanie Berniski has been released from her WWE contract.
Don't know that one.
Oh. All Elite Wrestling Women's World Champion Saraya is in complete disbelief after her wrestling gear has completely vanished. Makes me wonder if that's a work with her and Tony Storm's BS right now.
Probably. They're still at it. How long are they going to drag that ship out? Paul, your pussy squealing. You better go fix it.
2, shut up. Jade Cargill, the longest reigning TBS champion in AEW history, is no longer under contract with AEW. It's currently rumored that she is set to make a debut in WWE.
Possibility. But doubtful.
So, Scribble, you said there were some releases today. You want to clue us in? I'm trying to find it here.
The only I knew from today was Matt Riddle. Yeah.
He was actually released late last night, but yeah. Last night, after I got off stream, I actually read that he revealed on social media that he was done.
I told you, Tachi, quit being so damn good. That's why they're reporting you. They think you're hacking or some shit. Even though I got a warning last night for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I saw that. You were still live when you got reported. Next thing I know, you ended your live feed.
Oh, it's because I got offline completely. Oh, no, yeah, I had to, no, you were there when I had to restart.
2, shut up.
No, I got warned, bastards. Man, my fault they all suck. Paul, fix the pussy.
Go in the bedroom with your brother.
She just needs her pussy rubbed. You wouldn't be impressed with Roman these days. Scribble, I have learned it is not hard.
Okay, so apparently,
But-
Fox is the reason for Ollie's release.
Oh,
They wanted him off their programming.
why?
Fox and USA didn't want him on their TV anymore.
Why?
Because I guess there was an angle pitched that would make Ollie a political figure, and they don't want WWE having anything to do with politics.
That's bullshit. Because you know what?
Because of Vince McMahon being investigated, they thought it was best to keep politics away from wrestling.
But politics is all wrestling's been about. Come on, you had the right
Pretty much.
You had the right to censor that was in there. You had fucking what was that other one? The APA, which was pretty much against women stripping, and the right to censor who was against it. Politics is what it's always been about.
Oh, speaking of John Cena, I don't know if you guys watched SmackDown, but he got laid out at the end of SmackDown last night.
Yeah, that's to set up the feud between Solo and him.
Right now, it's scheduled to be Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso versus Cena and Styles, but Styles hasn't signed the contract because he got hurt. Well, I've been reading rumors that they're considering pulling a swerve and having Jay show up to Fastlane, sign the contract, and have him go aid Cena. But then I've also read that they're considering breaking their first and last time ever and having Rock show up to be his partner.
That'd be funny.
It would be funny.
But that's already been rumored, though. Yeah, we've been into topics like this with Ghost. The stuff about Cena, though, if you're a Roman Reigns fan and you remember, there is one special interview where Roman tried to say the same thing everybody else did about Cena, and Cena said the people have always had the choice. I don't have the golden key. They do. Which is kind of what The Rock said when he talked about the people, what they want. It all comes down to the audience. The more fan base you get, the more push you get. The more people call for you to be champion, the more championships you gain. That is how that business works. UFC, on the other hand, it's ran differently. So it's interesting to see how UFC takes over on how they're going to do all that. Number one contender slots and stuff like that. I don't even think they know how they do that. They just pick out this guy and say, hey, you're running for the title.
So I don't know if you've been paying close attention to AEW lately. Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, openly said that by the end of the next year, he'll be done wrestling.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening?
Yeah, let's spend more time with his wife and kid. I mean, come on, if you were married to a Bella, I don't know about you, but I'd never leave the house. Just throwing that out there.
Currently, WWE normally has a 12 pay-per-view event lineup a year, which they've had more than that in recent years with matches overseas. Well, All Elite Wrestling is trying to get a one pay-per-view a month instead of every other month. So right now they have announced a event called Wrestle Dream. Currently scheduled to compete at Wrestle Dream, which will take place on October 1st, is a AEW World Tag Team Championship match, which will feature the Young Bucks, the Gun Club, Orange Cassidy and Hook, and the Lucha Brothers. Sorry, those teams will be fighting for a right to face the champions for the belts at that event. Christian Cage will defend the TNT title in a 2 out of 3s match against Darby Allin. Eddie Kingston will defend the ROH World title and New Japan Strong Openweight title, a match against Katsutori Sabata. I probably butchered that name wrong. Other matches that are scheduled to take place is Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr., Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland, FTR, which is Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, versus a Susie Open. The RH World Tag Team titles, Adam Cole and MJF versus The Righteous, Chris Jericho and the Golden Elite, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi versus the Don Callis, Fami Akuchiko Atada, Sammy Guevara and Will Ospreay. The Young Bucks versus the Guns versus the Lucha Brothers versus Orange Cassidy Hook. Winner gets a future tag team title shot. Cage versus Allen for the TNT title, the ROH title, the New Japan Strong Openweight title, Kingston versus Shibata, the TBS title, Julia Hart versus Chris Statlander.
Have we ever heard about Big E? What's going on with him, or is he officially done?
He's done. From what I've been reading, he is done. WWE will not clear him for main ring competition.
Okay, do we know what's going on with Kofi and Xavier?
Nursing injuries, probably.
Nursing injuries? Fuck, it's been forever since they've been on TV.
They've been on TV off and on the last several weeks.
But not in matches.
They've been feuding with McIntyre and Riddle.
Well, that just ended.
Yeah.
I think that's why they were trying to put Jay and McIntyre together.
Probably.
And then John Cena came to the rescue instead. I mean, Rhodes, sorry. What was that thinking?
I think my computer's internet just went down. I think it's rebooting. There's always stuff behind the scenes. Okay.
But I will agree with one thing they have said, though. The reason why Cena is as big as he is because at one time he did hold the company. He was so damn big, he was bigger than Triple H.
Yeah.
Well, we're still talking about WWE shit. Still wrestling. It means we now have a UFC part of it. We'll be probably making a UFC podcast. Hey, I'm all down for it, though, because I love UFC.
Yeah, I know.
Who knows? Maybe I will headline that one.
All right. So, yeah, it's listing this week and this week only. Ziggler, Elias, Aaliyah, Rick Boogs, Riddick Moss, Emma, Top Dollar, Shelton Benjamin, Dana Brooke, Mustafa Ali, Mansoor, Mace, Shanky, Dabakota, Commander Aziz, Babatui, Ezekiel Elliott, Brayson, Mandana, Ulysses Leon, Daniel MacArthur, Kevin Ventura, Cortez, Alexis Gray, Brooklyn Barlow, Riddle, Ikemo Manjuro, and Melina Beriski. All got released this week.
So I thought Ezekiel Elliott, wasn't he a Patriot?
There's a wrestler named that too.
Wasn't he a former Dallas Cowboy?
Not sure.
What is his move? The running spear as well?
Probably.
Tripping face plant because he fumbles balls, can't catch them.
With Cody Rhodes returning to WWE at WrestleMania this couple years ago, it is just now been released that Brandi Rhodes, the wife of the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who was still underneath AEW contract when Cody made his debut, returned to WWE. Openly admitted in a recent interview she was offered a new All Elite Wrestling deal prior to her exit to focus on being a mother. The new contract would make it so where she would take over as Cody Rhodes, Executive Vice President of All Elite Wrestling.
Another one to put the titles on themselves, like the Young Bucks.
Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Yeah. I think that's half the reason why Cody wanted out.
Yeah. Breaking news, after speaking with sources very close to the situation, we can now confirm that Perfect Creation 1, aka PCO, has given his notice to Impact Wrestling as his contract will expire on October 30th, and he has currently informed them that he will be retiring and not re-signing his Impact Wrestling contract at this time.
Why did he name himself after a damn robot?
I think he's been that forever.
So was the robot. What's his point? I'm pretty sure he had it longer than he did. Because ain't nothing with copyright.
Okay, that's what Impact Wrestling calls him. The PCO actually stands for Pierre Carl Ouellet.
No wonder why they can't pronounce his name.
Oh, I can see why he wants out of his Impact Wrestling contract.
Oh.
He's 55.
Me? Oh, no, not me too.
He debuted in 87, so he probably wants to sit at home and retire.
He was what?
He probably wants to sit at home and retire.
Say he debuted in 87?
Yeah, he debuted in 87. Born December 30th, 1967. So let me ask a question that I know you've been dying to answer. Randy Orton's been spotted at the Performance Center. What is your thoughts?
About fucking time.
You know how fucked up it would be is if The Rock and Jey Uso aren't seen as tag team partner?
Dude,
talk about a massive return.
Dude, honestly, that's a team that should have happened. They've never been fucking beaten as a tag team. Never.
In the 2 times they've tagged, they've never lost. That is correct.
Even when being forced to fucking team up.
Mm-hmm. Never lost.
That is one team that should have happened.
Honestly, and I know I'm gonna. I know if Ghost was in here, he'd be yelling at me like no other.
Yeah, he's against everything Cena.
He's against Cena hard.
I think Cena gives him a hard on.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. But honestly, I think before Cena is done, he's done everything except win the Intercontinental title. He's run the Rumble. He's won the Money in the Bank.
Who does it sound like?
Taker. The only thing Taker hasn't done was a win
What was one thing that one
Money
of
in the Bank.
never did and came back just to do it and then lose it and retire?
Mm-hmm.
Cena Tyson.
I know.
It was the one title eluded his whole career. And he came back to win it, and then he retired. And then he went and had another match with his son-in-law, retired again.
But yeah, if Cena wants to go down in history as the greatest, shouldn't the greatest be a former Intercontinental Champion? They keep calling Cena the greatest of all time. He's not. I'm sorry, to be called the greatest, you should have been able to win the IC title. You haven't won the Intercontinental title.
I think the reason why they call him the greatest of all time is
Because he's tied Flair.
not just that, it's the stuff he's done, the most Make-A-Wish Foundation wishes, the everything he's done outside of WWE.
Yeah.
He's successful as The Rock. The Rock is another one they called the great one, the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
For the same reason. It's the stuff they did outside of the ring plus in it. That is what matters. Yeah, sure. You know, championships are fine, but what's one thing Cena can say in his career that out defeats all of his championships that he's most proud of? The Make-A-Wishes. He said that is one thing that out tops any movie, anything. That is one thing he holds close.
Yeah.
He still does it. He goes, if there's a way to give back, I want to do it. And what's better than money is actually letting them meet someone they've watched or grown close to. The Rock is the same way in his Rock ways. Will there ever be another Rock and Cena? Probably not. Not in this lifetime. I know they're pushing hard for Theory, but let's face it.
In
No.
Night, LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pushing those two really hard, but no.
Out of LA Knight and Austin Theory, I see LA Knight winning a world title more than I do Theory.
Theory has no mic skill. He's very boring. His moves.
I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but I see Grayson Waller winning a world title before Austin Theory.
I don't even know who the hell that is. Exactly. And that's something that a lot of wrestlers don't care a lot about these days. Hell, Triple H was another one that you never hear a lot about, but he did do a lot for his community. Triple H is another one that's done a lot and people don't hear about. He keeps a lot of that hidden, I think. And I don't know why he would, but he does. Kane, we can write down as probably definitely done way more because he's a fucking mayor.
Yep, Matt Morgan's a mayor in Florida.
Hey, if they don't do what he wants, they actually get the blueprint.
Right? Right across their dome.
Yeah, Big Show's another one as well.
Paul White, yeah.
We used to call him the big hoe. It's a big hoe tonight. Oh shit.
Or when him and Jericho teamed up. Look, it's Jericho and his hoe.
Reverse.
Jericho.
Yeah, Team Jericho.
We just dropped the S and the 8, or the S and the W off of Jericho. Look, here comes Jericho.
Who's the other one we made fun of a lot too? Because he had a stupid ass fucking name. Man, I'm gonna have to stare and think now.
I will say there's one guy that's still under contract with WWE. When he debuted many years ago in WWE, I thought he'd be there a week. And he has proven me wrong. He is a 2-time Grand Slam champion.
Okay, who are you talking about?
And he is Ian / Charisma Modifier's favorite pro wrestler. Miz.
I cannot stand the Miz on the mic. I
I
can't.
couldn't stand him on MTV Real World. I couldn't stand him when they debuted, but over the years, it's like, okay, maybe.
I did like him as the Raw Diva Search host because he was fucking hilarious.
There's this one time that I thought I was gonna die. I think this was when Ghost took me to SmackDown, and Headster and my now ex-wife were in different seats because Heidi, Ghost's wife, couldn't make it, so he gave me her seat, and then I gave my ticket to Headster. So the four of us went. Ghost and I were in second row. At least I think this was the event, or it could have been something else. It had to have been that event. He was making his entrance. Someone yelled, "You can't wrestle." Someone else said, "Your wife's hot." Someone else yelled, "Your wife can out wrestle you." I don't know what I was thinking, but I yelled, "I want to fuck your wife." He turned around and gave me the world's dumbest look, like without breaking character or anything. He made his entrance, but when he spun around on that post and looked right at me, I'm like, holy shit, that got his attention more than any of these other idiots. And I took a picture. I just don't know where the picture's at. I thought it was funny. But the look on his face, oh my god. The guy next to me went, he's gonna fuck you up.
I still think it was funny when Cena got his the crowd to chant awful. When he went to yell at the Miz and Cena grabbed his mic and went, awful.
Yeah.
You know, it's moments like that that make memories because, I remember Edge versus Kurt Angle when Edge said, we're going to play Kurt Angle's music so we can practice our "You Sucks."
Yeah, that was funny. I actually did some research. Kurt actually came up with that idea. He just didn't think it would stick.
That's a good. I know who he's talking about. I cannot remember who the fuck that was.
What? You talking about Brock?
I don't know. I can't remember who. I know one did it. I know what he's talking about. I don't remember who it is.
If I remember right, it was Lesnar.
I want to say you're right. Oh, it was Taker.
Yeah, Taker did it too.
Yeah. Just stared it down and the fucker ran away. But let's be honest, Taker's a whole different level than anybody else.
Yes, Mark Calloway is a great guy. I've actually got to have a 20-minute conversation with him in Des Moines. He is a great person.
Taker's one of those people that I love to listen to, and I thought it was funny when Cena said that he thought he actually ended his own career with the Taker part when he first started. Because he's like, man, I just shook this guy's hand. He goes, looking back on it, I should have kicked him in the balls. Taker goes, yeah, and you would have paid for it. We who's the other one I'm thinking of also? Stone Cold
yeah.
is the one I'd love to
Foley's
fight.
a nutcase when it comes to theme parks.
Stone Cold's one I definitely want to fucking meet. Yeah, that's how a lot of them are becoming. That's how they get you. Chief, do you have anything else you want to add into this conversation?
Alexa Bliss revealed that she is having a daughter.
Where in the hell's Liv been?
Who?
Liv Morgan.
Injury list? I'm taking my meds. Oh. Yeah, she's been on the injury list.
Okay, here's another one I'm going to say. When in the fuck are they going to break up the, as I'm calling it, the world's worst fucking faction? I know it's
Hello?
creation, but still.
That podcast will be just a few minutes.
He's playing with his knees.
No, all I heard was a voice from my headset, and I'm like, who the heck? So, Kachow, I'll be with you in a minute. We haven't done one of these in a while.
Oh no. You know what you're doing.
Is that what you thought I was doing?
I knew what you were doing.
Huh?
Hey, Scribble, you're up. I will try to guess with you.
I'm just going to give you a fun fact. I have met this guy. Face to face at a 30 to 40 minute conversation.
Bruce Pritchard.
No. He made his debut in 1970.
That don't help. I'm not Google searching, so.
Good, you're not supposed to.
Hold on, I'm going to make my please click. Give me a second.
He is a WWE Hall of Famer.
Next clue. One.
He has wrestled for American Wrestling Association, the Cauliflower Alley Club, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, the NWA.
Living.
Yes. He is a member of the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame and Museum.
Bret Hart.
No. Is a 5-time Slammy Award winner in WWE.
When did he retire? She's guessing Ric Flair.
It is not Ric Flair. According to this, he still wrestles on the Independents at the age of 73. He was a disc jockey in his hometown.
Disco Inferno.
No.
Okay, the Rock and Roll Express,
No.
known as Honky Tonk Man. Mhm.
He is a one-time AWA World Champion, a three-time WCWA World Heavyweight
All
Champion.
right, hold on. Give me a minute. You said one word in there. Now you're going to give me a second because I know WCW really well.
I said WCWA.
And
Okay.
was he ever in WCW?
He was in World Class Wrestling, not
Never
the
mind.
WCW. No, so no.
Okay. What years of WWE? Was it the World Federation or just WWE?
Both.
Were we just talking about him?
I haven't ate any of it yet, so no.
Were we just talking about it? Talking about that person?
Not exactly sure.
Fully?
He has not performed full time since April 2020. He has been on Raw and SmackDown in the last 30 years, off and on.
Jerry the King Lawler.
About fucking time.
I started thinking about it, and then you said the past 30 years. I only know one person that comes to mind, and that's Jerry.
Yep. And every time he's at an event that I'm at, I'm like, hey, Jerry. And he just looks at me. He's like, there's only one person that says my name that way. And he's like, the last time I saw him, he looked at me. He's like, Paul, you've gotten too tall and too old. He's like, how old are you now? 20? I'm like, I'm going on 40. He's like, what? Because the first time he met me, I was like 16, 15, 16. So every time there is an event in Iowa, I tweet, or I guess call it X now. I send out a tweet tagging him in it, and he always replies. If it's a tweet or an inbox message.
So who do you got for your next one?
I don't know if you or her will get this one. I honestly don't think you will. He made his debut on April 20th, 2004. So right before I graduated. He is 36 years old. He is from England.
Still wrestling.
Still wrestling.
He's 30.
He was born July 24th.
In England.
In England.
Current roster.
New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I will add AEW to that as well.
Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett's in WWE.
Said still wrestling, didn't say which one. So he's from England.
Yes, according to this, he was in WWE for part of the Global Cruiserweight Series tournament. After that, they did not sign him.
Okay, then I don't have a clue. I won't know this one.
He is the current leader of the Mighty Don't Kneel stable in New Japan.
See, I would not even know who that is.
And I have already said his name once during this podcast. Oh, damn, I stumped the fatality? Nice. He is the current and inaugural New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Champion.
Bad thing
He's
is,
known as the Tactical Master and the Frontman.
Sabre.
Zack Sabre Jr. is correct.
How the fuck did he get back in here?
Zack Sabre Jr.
If private chat, please.
Hmm? Your guess is as good as mine.
Now I'm about to find out because what's he on?
All right, here's another one. Debuted March 31st, 1996. Retired August 10th, 2004. She is 56 years old.
You're about to get one.
That's all I had to say. Really, fatality? Really? Her debut, her retire, and how old she is? Really? You couldn't let me say she's married to Brock Lesnar?
All right, now I got one for all of them.
Fucking dick.
Now I got one for you guys.
Go ahead, I'll just pop it up another one.
Born March 20th, 1959, at the age of 64, he is still wrestling.
Born when?
March 20th, 1959. That's right, I share a birthday with him.
Well, Taker's the born March 24, so it ain't him. So keep going.
Continental Wrestling Association, 85 to 86. He was WCW from 87 to 01. He opened in Starrcade in 87. His partner was Michael P.S. Hayes and Jimmy Garvine in a 6-man match against Gilbert Steiner and Larry Zabrisco. Ended in a 15-minute draw.
I think I know who it is, but I'm wanting to check to see if I'm right.
Hey, no Googling.
Oh, I know I'm right.
He had a feud with the Horsemen from 90 to 91.
I already know who it is.
Not active. Well, he is active. Just
He
not.
is active, but not in WWE.
Chief, we're gonna see if they guess this one.
I know I'm right because you said his birthday, and then you said that wrestling company, and I'm like, I only know 2 people that work for that company.
Feud with the New World Order from 96 to 98.
Oh shit. Madison Ian Ford, thank you for the follow. Couple minutes, we're about done.
All right, so I'm gonna give him the biggest.
All Elite Wrestling.
Not Bub, but I'm gonna no. I'm gonna give him the biggest of them all. Right here. He was a proud member of the Wolfpack. And nope, not Buff. His nickname is the Icon. Sting. She guessed it. I'm really gotta figure out how the fuck you guys keep getting in here.
Shield motherfucker is mad at himself. You hopping in DMZ with me and Kachow there, Insidious? Because you said something about DMZ today.
Right now, I want to keep streaming.
Because I have nothing else to talk about.
Because I'm interested to know how they keep getting in with the settings I have.
I have no clue. And it's your YouTube channel.
No, it's not popping up. It's 0.
Hold on, let me go over to mine.
Yours says 0. Because we're not on yours.
You sure? I thought I had it set for mine.
Okay, you do. But yeah, they're not there. All right, I got to do one more real quick just because I got to give Fatality a chance here. This is an easy one. Chief will probably get this one before anybody, though, because it's that fucking easy. Born July 29th, 1962. Age of 61. He has wrestled for WCW, WW Federation from 92 to 94, New Japan from 91 to 95, ECW in 1995, returned to WCW from 96 to 98. He also was a member of the NWO in 1998, where he also won his first WCW champion. And then he returned to WWE from 2002 to 2004. He also formed a tag team in WWE with Test and Stacy Keibler. And I hate to say it, this one's probably going to give it off. TNA. This is going to give it right to Chief, and I fucking know it. But he was a member of the original Main Event Mafia.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Well, you've been.
But I know all the wrestlers in the Main Event Mafia if you want me to go there.
Chief, and yours.
I was just in there.
All right. No, not Mr. Kennedy. Biggest hint.
He's part of the Main Event Mafia in Impact Wrestling.
And NWO. The 1998 to 2000 NWO to be extremely there.
I'm going to send you one name. If it ain't him, then I know who it is.
Nope, not Nash. Not Hogan. Now you're thinking.
Because it wasn't Kurt. Because the only other members were this one.
Nope.
Oh my god, my mind just went blank.
Chief. Screen. Look at your screen.
It wasn't Jarrett. He's not a founding member. Yeah, I know.
We have a winner.
My mind went blank.
Scott Steiner.
But he wasn't an original member of the Mafia. They added him later.
I could have sworn he was one of the founders. Give me a second. I have to roll back up here. Because that's what I thought that's what it said.
I'm checking some stuff on Highway 34, so don't mind me.
Okay, you're right. Yep. Return joining the Main Event Mafia alongside Sting, Nash, Booker, and I think Carmella, wasn't it?
Oh, shit. Okay, so I gotta edit that one. It took too long. But alright, that's all I have for tonight. I'm gonna get back to video gaming for a little bit. You joining?
He wasn't part of ECW for a very short while. He wasn't in there very long.
Anything else you have to say, brother?
I'm reading your stream elements.
What, you saw the lurking one, didn't you?
No, I was reading that prophecy. He saw you do that and knew immediately, and Chief was still stuck. Trying to figure it out. He knew that motion.
Yeah.
Fatality had fun. He likes wrestling talk. That's good. have fun with it. Didn't hear from these fruit baskets all summer, and now school starts and they're back.
Yeah.
I'm really about to take a belt to them. They have no idea. It's going to happen.
Right. But that's it for Pro Wrestling Talk. It's been a fun hour.
In 11 minutes.
Yep.
We'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsors.
That's right. The official sponsor of Highway 34 Connection, the podcast, is W Energy, a clean energy to help you be better. W Energy. Try it today. Hey, it's the Chief from Highway 34 Connection and Chief_streaming. Check out officialchief34merch.com for all your merch for Highway 34 Connection and Chief Streaming.
If you're interested in buying merch from Insidious_streaming, stop by my spread shop where you can find everything you want and need. Thank you and have a good day.
Now back to your live podcasting.
Anything else you need to say?
I thought that was your ending.
No. That's what you get for thinking, my dear friend.
Hi, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching this podcast.
This is the Ghost, and thank you for watching our podcast.
And I am the Chief. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.